welcome to my Week 3 LCK Power Rankings. I do this every week for all 4 major regions. I rank the teams 10 through 1, give you a little update on why I have them there and where they compared to last week and the recap of how they fared the week prior. So, 10th place we have, gosh, I am praying that one day I will figure out how to write on this board and keep it steady and it won't fall. So, HLE's 10th. Lost to Gen G and KT. Those two teams, I mean, KT, I'd like them to play more competitively. KT, because KT's in the middle range here. Gen G's obviously out of HLE's league. So, I'm not surprised that they lost to them. However, they do drop one spot. Going 0-2. Because they're at the bottom of the barrel, going 0-2. They're definitely, I don't see them getting out of this. They don't really have anybody that I think can carry them to where they need to go. 9th place, DRX, who moves up one. So DRX moves up one because they beat KDF, lost to T1. They finally win a game. The bottom 5 teams in the standings are all 1-3, the same record. And it's really indicative of how, I mean, if any outsider looks at this league, they say to themselves, it's a very top-heavy league. And then somebody's going to be 6th place out of these bottom 5 teams. And we don't know who it's going to be. DRX has some players that should be able to get them there, like Pioshik and their bot lane. But, I mean, will they get there? I don't know. I mean, beating KDF is a good step. I have KDF still in 8th place. I don't have them moving, despite losing to DRX because they beat Sandbox 2-0. Or 2-1, I don't really remember. I guess I shouldn't say 2-0 when I don't know for sure. KDF had some good players. Keen, they really have been zeroing in on Keen being the carry. I think they need to kind of change that. I understand Keen is who he is and how he's been with Afrika for years, but I think you need to change it up a bit if you want to get out of this bottom 4. I really am not inspired by anything they offer. A team that I wish was better, that does inspire me to think, oh, well, maybe they could, you know, be a top 4 team is Sandbox out of these teams. Sorry about that. So, Sandbox lost to KDF and T1. 0-2 week. Not great. Young team, though. A young team, growing, getting better by the day. If they can use this 0-2, if they can build on this 0-2 experience and come out on the positive end this coming week with a new patch, good for them. But it also is something that could keep them here for the rest. I mean, they could fall all the way down to 9th place because, I mean, HLE's a young team too. So, these two teams could fall apart at the seams and end up down there because they can't handle an 0-2 week. We'll see how they do after this. Week 2 problem, but I mean it's early in the split. Hopefully they can overcome it. 6th place, another team dropping one. Fred at Breon. 0-2. You lost to Gen G and Damwon. I mean, those two teams out of your league. I mean, I'd like them to play more competitive against them, certainly, because they need to, because they're in this middle range. They're going to the playoffs. If they want to be able to have a chance of getting into Worlds at all, they need to play more competitively against those three teams. I mean, they took a game off of T1 in the first week. We'll see how they do against these. They're going to need to schedule the rest of the, for the next couple weeks here. So, can they beat these bad teams that are going to be around them to show, hey, we are definitely better than, say, KT, who's in 5th? Because, I mean, they've been playing 3 really good teams. They played the top dogs already. Now they have to play these other teams. This is where we're going to figure out what is Fred at Breon made of. Dropping one spot, KT. They beat HLE. Good for you. HLE stinks. Lost to Nanshan Red Force. Red Force isn't on here yet. Red Force maybe had the most impressive week of anybody this week. KT, I liked how Arya started to perform a bit. There's still a lot left to be desired with this team. The solo The top lane is great. Excuse me, the bot lane needs work. They need some serious work in the bot lane if they want to improve. It's not enough. Shoot. Fourth, moving up 3 spots. The big mover, Red Force. Beat Damwon. That's why they're up there. Beating these guys is important. I mean, instead of being 7th, maybe they moved to 6th because, okay, well, you won a game against KT, but you've still lost some games you should have won. What do I think of you? Well, beating Damwon is real important. They beat one of the top 3 dogs. Something these guys cannot do. So they have to be above these guys. That is a massive thing. I'm not putting them above Damwon, even though the record is better than Damwon, because these top 3 teams, I mean, it's going to take some serious issues in losing for me to lose faith in these top 3 teams. I mean, even you as a viewer, no way in hell are you going to drop Damwon below Red Force, even though Red Force beat him. Damwon could look awful, and their top lane is a serious problem. I harp on it every week, and it is a problem. But they are not a non-Worlds contender still. That team is too damn good to not get there. We'll see how this new patch fares for them. Because patch 12.1, this might be the worst I've ever seen Damwon play. Ever. Second, I mean, I can't move T1 up over... I can't move T1 up or down. I mean, certainly not down because they're 4-0. But I can't move them above Gen G, who I have in first, obviously. They took care of business against DRX and Sandbox. They beat 2 teams that they should beat. I want to see how they do against Gen G. This is the matchup we want. Gen G versus T1. Gen G versus T1. We all want it. I mean, everyone wants it. They're both 4-0. Of course we do. They beat the garbage. Well, not the... I mean, Gen G beat Fred Brion, which is a middle-tier team. So did T1. And they both beat the basement dwellers, the cellar dweller teams. I mean, they're both very good. They looked good. T1 might look better than Gen G, but I'm not going to move Gen G out because I think on paper I like Gen G more than T1 still. But as of right now, there is a gap here. And I didn't think that there would be such a thing as a gap there between second and third. I doubt anybody thought there'd be a gap there. And then even then, where does this gap go? Because now, I don't think these guys are like this. So where is the gap? Is it here or here? I might even say here. 7th place. And I'm not... It's nothing against Damwon. But losing to Red Force like they did is not acceptable, especially by their standards. But as of how they're playing, I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if KT runs them to a 3-game series. I'm not surprised if Fred Brion bores them to death and beats them. Or Sandbox puts up a good showing because they're a good young team that could just go off at any time or also go 0-2 and get smoked both games. This is not good enough out of Damwon. So, I mean, I don't want to go back on Damwon. I've already mentioned it enough. But clearly these 2 teams are better than everyone else right now. We'll see how week 3 goes. We'll see how 12.2 goes. Thank you for watching my LCK power rankings. Stay tuned. My LPL ones came out yesterday. My LEC ones come out tomorrow. LCS Thursday. And thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Constructive criticism is good criticism. And once again, thank you for watching.